Narcissistic abuse is, by its very nature, absolutely illogical. And on top of that, there is really, truly no way to combat narcissistic abuse. And your logical mind will not lead you to your emancipation from said narcissistic abuse. And I and countless others have tried this route, but without success, because this is the old way of combating a narcissist. And sometimes the way that we are told to combat a narcissist simply just does not work. This video is going to discuss we're going to talk about the spiritual side of narcissistic abuse and how your level of spiritual consciousness, or how awoken you have become spiritually, will determine the power that you are going to have against a narcissist ultimately, or the power you won't have against a narcissist, and how the anchoring of this spirituality is not just your greatest defense, but also a huge part of your freedom, of your escaping from narcissistic abuse. We all know that narcissists are immoral and that they subsequently do immoral things. They lie, they cheat, they gaslight, they victim blame, they accuse you of what they are doing, and they get other people to believe the smear campaign that they implement against you. They play divide and conquer. They play favorites, and it is horrific, whether you are a son, a spouse, a daughter, a granddaughter, whoever, a coworker, an employee. It is the worst possible thing that you have ever been through in your entire life. And the more that we try to fight against narcissistic abuse by trying to hold the narcissist accountable for their actions, or expose the narcissist, or try our very hardest to get other people to see the narcissist for who they are beneath the mask, the more deeply you become mired in this mode that you don't want to get stuck in. And people don't believe you. You sound like a crazy person, because the truth is stranger than fiction. And whether the narcissist knows this consciously or whatever, they know it subconsciously, they know it either way, and they will get energized like a shark does in the ocean with blood. It just gets worse and worse and worse, no matter if it's whether they're feeding on positive fuel, positive reactions, or negative reactions. So why is your level of spiritual consciousness important when it comes to recovering from narcissistic abuse? Why? Because you will never defeat a narcissist, or win against a narcissist, or get over a narcissist while you are still in your head, while you are in a beta brainwave, and you're traumatized, and you're trying to strategize ways to beat them, to understand them, to get out of this and save yourself, to save the ship that is sinking with all of the resources that you have to stop the narcissist, say from taking your children in court. In fact, logic in this circumstance, this very unique and special circumstance, is your absolute worst enemy, and it does not work. You must look at narcissistic abuse for what it is. Narcissists think counterintuitively to people who are victims of narcissistic abuse in a way that you would never normally think that narcissistic abuse, it brings about the point blank reality of so within, so without. I was shocked to my core when I was being stalked and abused by proxy, traumatized and upset, crying and pleading and trying to get my own family members to see the truth of what was happening to me. And they thought I was the crazy one. In fact, they were involved in the abuse itself, not even indirectly, directly. And they were cool, they were calm, they were collected, and every single thing that I tried to prove would automatically be spun back on me. And the abuse, whether it was directly or indirectly, the smear campaign that has gone on for so many years, every single thing was falling apart in my life. And from people at my bank to friends that I have had for years upon years, and even family members, I am sad to say. And from a point of feeling traumatized on the inside, that is exactly the experience that I manifested. So this is exactly the thing that you have to work on with narcissistic abuse, whether it is a personal level or on a collective level. This is a call to rise up to your true, fearless, sovereign, authentic self. When you stand up in your authenticity, when you stand up in your sovereignty, you can, the narcissist, they can no longer abuse you. They can no longer drag you through child custody court. They can no longer drag you through the trauma and the gaslighting that they have been consistently doing with you, possibly for decades. So unapologetically and powerfully becoming the truth and representing and embodying that truth, embodying the light, is your absolute best defense. And when you discover your spiritual side, or you have what some would call a spiritual awakening, you recognize your true, authentic self every single time you look in the mirror, and you are connected to all and all that is all of creation, and you understand that beyond any shadow of the doubt, the world will conform right along with you. The people seeing the truth, the people will begin to see the truth, and the ball, it will just snowball. The positive will just snowball. The right things will happen with the right people, and the puzzle just connects. And I know that this may seem ethereal and crazy and cuckoo, and it may, like I said, I could sound cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs right now. But when you truly start living this way, you automatically combat what is darkness. And when you become a powerful force of light, knowing that you are supported by the light unconditionally, then and only then will you start to unfold and realize how powerless narcissists truly are. Hey guys, if you would like to donate to my cause, Narcissistic Abuse 101, click the PayPal link in my bio. And to those of you who have already donated, thank you so much.